Is Diablo 4 actually PS5 Pro enhanced? TLDR, yes, but not enough. Findings? Well, a Google search for news articles set to recent brought me to an article apparently posted 5 days ago, which says, as of writing, the Pro enhanced features haven't been added to the game yet. However, they will be incorporated in the upcoming patch. The official PSN store page claims the game to be Pro enhanced, but reportedly, when players turn on the setting, the performance drops instead of improving. The article has no idea what it's talking about. Some games on Pro increases detail rather than push for higher frame rates. Pro doesn't mean everything targets 60 frames per second. More power just means that devs can throw more resolution, geometry, particles, ray tracing, or whatever. Heck, here I targeted 2 frames per second for the PC version by setting the base resolution to 5K and 200% resolution scaling for glorious 10K processing on a 1080 Ti. Because, yes. Anyway, the best source for the topic so far is on the Diablo 4 forums themselves, where we have people saying nothing changes and some saying it's a huge difference. Alright, fine. I'll compare for myself and point out my findings. Ambient occlusion in both modes have been improved, and ray tracing detail in enhanced visual mode has a higher resolution. At first, it does seem like nothing visually changes, but after jumping back and forth between the two consoles for like 2 hours, I finally found the difference. Let me introduce to you the door to hell. Ambient occlusion is noticeable. Basically, the shading from objects on other nearby objects is improved slightly. Sometimes it seems the textures are ever so slightly more defined as well. Enable enhanced visuals and you also get high resolution ray tracing than the original PS5. Having said that, I don't know why enhanced visuals is still 30 FPS locked. Here's a slightly further back look at the same door. I had to reload the game several times in order to get the same lighting and shadows casting of stalagmites. So even if you do direct comparisons, you can come to the wrong conclusions sometimes. Improved lighting? That could be a random chance thing. I first noticed the ambient occlusion improvements when side-by-siding some outdoor areas, like shading under foliage. For ray tracing, even after trying a bunch of areas, I thought comparing this would be obvious. Originally, I thought there was no difference. For some reason, it was the door to hell that finally made me see the difference. Thing is, now that you know, can you tell what console I'm playing on here? What about here? If you answered no to both, honestly neither can I. I didn't check any real-time rendered cutscenes because for the most part for this game, you're not watching cutscenes but endlessly farming gear. And it was like only one place in actual gameplay that these differences clicked with me, that there is an improvement on Pro. With that in mind, let's give this a comparative score. If 100 points is a like-for-like, no difference between the two, comparing standard visuals, I give a score of 103. It appears in very select situations, textures will be a tiny bit better, and ambient occlusion improvements exist, but hard to point out in a blind test. Comparing enhanced visuals, 105. The additional benefits carry over, but with the additional better resolution and reflections. Problem is, you have to try so hard to actually find it. Maybe you'll be able to tell if fighting at 30 frames per second on top of bodies of water with all the glowing magic effects and so on, but to me, this isn't the type of game to play at 30 frames per second.